Rolling Stone has asked Columbia Journalism School to review its 9,000-word story on the alleged gang rape at UVA, the University of Virginia. Now, of course, this story has been very controversial from the beginning. The Rolling Stone magazine released this story about a woman or a girl by the name of Jackie who claimed that she was brutally gang raped at a fraternity party. And then later on, it turns out that there were many discrepancies in her version of the story. And Rolling Stone also didn't talk to the alleged rapist or anyone else for a different perspective on the story. So now, in an effort to do a little damage control, Rolling Stone is working with Columbia University. Columbia would be investigating the editorial process that led to the publication of the 9,000-word story on sexual assault at the University of Virginia. As soon as they are finished, we will publish their report.
It's a good step forward. Look, they've done plenty of things wrong here at the Rolling Stone. And again, it's a shame because they'd done such great journalism up until that moment, right? And some of the more aggressive journalism in being a watchdog against the government. So wonderful work in the past. But first of all, publishing this without checking with the accused is crazy, right? Yeah. Just relying on only one person's version of events is clearly not right. And even as they began to bring the story back, they didn't fully admit that they had made a mistake.
Right.
And so that was another issue. But here, Columbia Journalism Review named this the worst journalism of 2014.
I would agree with them. It absolutely is.
So then to go to the Columbia Journalism Review and say, even though you named us the worst, we're going to put you in charge of investigating us, and then we'll publish your report in its entirety. Well, that's a really good step forward.
I guess so, but it's kind of hilarious that you need a university to check you and your editorial process. You, as a journalistic organization or publication, should already know what the editorial process should be in regard to journalistic ethics, right? So I just think it's really interesting that it's let's go back to journalism school and figure out if our editorial process is okay. No, your editorial process sucks. You don't even need Columbia to get involved, if you ask me. This is more about image. This is more about damage control, if you ask me. I know that Rolling Stone has published a lot of really important pieces, many of which were written by Matt Taibbi, right? But in this case, they know what they did wrong. This is more of a PR move than anything else, if you ask me.
Yeah, I hear you, but the flip side to that is it's a good PR move. And it's to say we're getting someone outside of us, an independent entity that's very trusted. Columbia Journalism Review is the top of the line in terms of journalism reviews, to come and give an honest assessment. We're giving them complete access. There's not a whitewash. And so after they spank us, which they most likely will, because they already named us the worst piece of journalism of this year, we'll publish that. And so that's a way of kind of cleansing the process and to say, now you might say that's cleansing in a way that's not good because it's a PR move. I say it's a way of going forward and saying that was clearly our mistake and we brought somebody in from the outside to say so.
I guess.
Okay, and by the way, it doesn't mean, even if they got that story completely wrong, that the University of Virginia doesn't have issues. It is among 90 U.S. colleges that are now under federal investigation for allegedly mishandling sexual violence complaints.
Yeah, let's stop right there. That's precisely the reason why the Rolling Stone piece is disastrous, right? Because it's a huge problem in the country. Sexual assault and rape on college campuses is an issue. And when you publish a story where the main source or the only source gives her account that has many discrepancies in it, and now there's all of a sudden a lot of doubt toward her, then people are going to start doubting other potential rape victims. And that does much more damage than anything that you could possibly do as a journalist.
Yeah, no question about it. It's set back the cause of trying to find out the true story of what's happening in colleges and bring that to light.